All right, 390 Wagon Master here with another patented Wagon Master unboxing. So this is a very interesting one I've got for you today, guys. Um, this is from a company that is not really known to very many here in the United States. It's a Chinese company. It's called LUITON. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And let me try to get this open here. Anyway, these guys, from what I understand, I had to do a little bit of homework on these guys. They're known in the European markets mostly for, how shall we say, budget-minded CB radio buyers. Entry level, I guess one could say. And anyway, I'm not familiar with them. Like I say, we don't really see this brand too often here in the United States. And they asked if I wanted to take a look at a radio. And I said, sure. And basically, I had my choice of what I wanted to pick from. So as you guys know, on this channel, I'm more into the hobby aspect of CB radios. So, of course, I went for the sideband option. They have many AM and FM options as well. So this company produces a lot of clone radios. I'm not really sure if to what extent. Anyway, I do understand that this is a kind of a look-alike or a knockoff of like a Top Gun Quad 5 or an Anytone 5558, which is why I got this radio. So let's take a look at it. Now, again, the European market kind of, again, calls this like entry-level stuff. So low-line entry-level. And that right there, seeing as it's the underdog, made me want to see the radio. All right. And let me pull the microphone out. And I happen to have a Top Gun Quad 5 that I very much like. So we're going to see. So this is the unboxing video. Understand, I'm going to do this video just like I do my other ones. I'm actually going to use this radio. I'm going to put some bench time on it. And I'll show you some inside shots of the radio. I do have some inside pictures of the Anytone 5555, which I like a lot. I like that radio. And then, of course, my first gen Top Gun Quad 5. And as we can see, it's got the standard rear chassis, unpainted heatsink, 3-pin Uniden type connector, CW key, and external speaker. And looks like a Teflon connector there. So there's the face. And I do happen to have some bench power going. I believe the power supply is on. So, okay. So I'm going to plug my Uniden 3-pin cord into there. There we go. A little hard to plug in. Ooh, that's annoying. Man, that looks just like a kind of a reversed or a mirrored image of a Top Gun Quad 5. So, out of the box, I am on band D. Okay, this is out of the box, so I haven't even had to do the mod. Okay, and the mod usually consists of this style of radio, holding a couple function buttons down while you turn the radio on. But that's interesting. All right, so intuitively, to like take this beep out, this is probably what I want to do. I'm going to hit function and then beep. All right, and that took it out. So the way these go, and you know, I haven't done any homework on this thing at all, so I'm just kind of winging it here. There's a lot of bad out there on the internet, I guess, if you look about these radios, or there is some bad reviews about them. However, I didn't read any of that stuff. I don't want to have any of that other input. So when I do my reviews or whenever I show you guys a radio, this is my personal impression of them. So I don't want to have anything skew my thoughts. So I'm not going to worry about that stuff yet. I'm going to do my own research and review on this as far as actually having the unit in my hand. And then I will report my findings. So there's a lot of, look, there's just a lot of stuff that people like that I don't, and vice versa. So there you go. So in looking at this, I'm seeing a basic setup just like the LUITON 5555 and the Top Gun Quad 5. So we have one function button here that'll get us into our menu. Then we have multi or dual function buttons up here. So let's go to something like this. Like here's Roger Beep. So if you just want to have a Roger Beep, you just push it, right? You just push that function button. The other use for this button is down here, BP. And you get into these lower functions through the function button, if that makes sense. So here's, if I don't push the function button, I just have my A and L and noise blanker. Boy, that acts just like, that's very familiar. And then if I want the lock feature, then I would push the function and then lock, okay, to unlock it. There we go. And then dual watch. And then what's this? And then LCD off. So here's our dual watch. It puts us into dual watch mode if we have one set in there. If we want the second function on the lower scale there, then we'll do that. And that'll turn off the display. Want to turn the display back on? That's like that. We have channel scan, if I remember right. And then scan list, I think from the memories. I never used that feature even on the other radios. And then here's our 10K switch to bump us up and down 10kcs. Take us to our A frequency, our A channels real quick. Or second function would be high cut. Okay. And then SWR. Oh, this is our timeout timer. Oops. Okay. Let's go back here and we will, I want to turn that off. Oh, it was on. Okay, let's do this. There's timeouts off. All right, we'll let it time out. All right, and then here's our SWR. So when you key the radio, it'll give you a readout. This is so reminiscent of the of my Quad 5. And then emergency, and then SRF here down in the next one. You can turn that off. I personally run it with it on. So our clarifier, all of our modes, PA, CW, AM, FM, upper, lower, sideband. All right, our band switch here. And I'll open this up to see, but I believe you can probably program this via a USB. I'll open it up. So we go down to 26055 with a high of 28305. Almost gets us into voice. Okay, so I know this will go higher into 10 meters, but I'll do that mod and I'll show you guys later. Something I noticed here, the rotary encoder feels pretty much exactly like the Anytone and my Quad 5. Actually, it tracks better than my Top Gun Quad 5. Both Top Gun Quad 5s I had brand new, and they would the encoder would skip a little bit. You'd turn it fairly quickly, and you'd say like move 4 positions, but you'd only move 1 position on the channel readout. So I kind of didn't like that. RF gain, RF power, and then the dreaded echo tone, and then volume squelch. So anyway, that is my first look at this radio. It's kind of got a matte gray style set of lids to it, covers to it, and yeah, it has a packing mark on it right here. There's a little scuff that goes down here, but anyway, yeah, that looks pretty darn interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the insides. Okay, so I took the screws out, and let's see what she looks like. So there we are. Let's unplug the speaker here. I usually use a little dental tool to help assist that out. So There's our basic standard El Cheapo speaker. Comes with pretty much all of them nowadays. Well, this looks somewhat familiar. Okay, I saw something very interesting in here. Very interesting. All right, guys. This is the cliffhanger right here. So tune in a couple days, and we're going to talk about this radio. Thanks for watching.